Today we're going to speak about anxiety and intuition and which one is it? And the big question is your intuition always correct? Well, I believe that your pure, healthy intuition is always correct, yes, but the problem is our intuition isn't always healthy. Our intuition isn't always pure because of past happenings, past traumas. Daniel Goleman spoke about intuition and he said intuition is somatic markers guiding the way. And these somatic markers has been developed by past experiences. But if past experiences and things like trauma had an impact on you and it caused things like fear and anxiety, a lot of times you can experience anxiety and fear and you can believe it is your intuition. Danielle Bernock said, trauma is personal. It does not disappear if it's not validated. When it is ignored or invalidated, the silent screams continue internally. So these silent screams caused by trauma a lot of times can be interpreted as intuition or gut feeling, but it's not your intuition speaking to you. It's not your gut feeling speaking to you. It is your trauma and intuition. So again, is your gut feeling always correct? Is your intuition always correct? Well, yes, but a lot of times we experience things that we deem as intuition, that we deem or see as gut feeling, that is not truly gut feeling. It is trauma or anxiety that speaks. This is why I always tell people, don't just follow your heart, because a lot of times people think follow your heart means follow the feeling, follow your intuition. But a lot of times what people see as intuition or see as the heart or see as the feelings has been shaped by a lot of things that happened in the environment, responded by trauma, or things that happened to you and you respond out of your trauma and not necessarily out of your intuition. Jodi Picoult said, anxiety is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it doesn't let you go very far. So when you experience anxiety, it's kind of like the same thoughts, intrusive thoughts over and over and over again. You are overthinking, you are ruminating, but it doesn't bring you anywhere. So these are a few things that gives you an indication that it's anxiety and not intuition. Anxiety is stress and fear based. And anxiety responds out of trauma. Remember, we said that trauma influences you, and then you don't make decisions out of your pure intuition. You make it out of your trauma. It overcomplicates things. So if you have to make a decision and it's like and you overcomplicate, overthink, then it's your anxiety, not your intuition. It increases unnecessary uneasiness. Now, what is unnecessary uneasiness? It's that overthinking, it's that rumination, it's an uneasiness about things that's not necessarily necessary to be uneasy about. It overthinks the small things. It is judgmental towards self, judgmental towards others. If something's not 100%, anxiety rises up. And a lot of people will say, no, my intuition says everything is not okay. My intuition says I shouldn't trust this person. No, it's your anxiety that's speaking, because, when you get to a place where you don't trust anybody, all men are bad, all women are bad, all bosses are bad, all this is bad, then it's your anxiety speaking. It's not your intuition speaking, because the anxiety, because it has been traumatized, is extremely judgmental. And it blames others, it points fingers. So this part never takes responsibility for, I'm not saying, I don't want to say never, but it doesn't naturally take responsibility for growth. It blames very easily and it points fingers very easily. Now, when is it intuition? Before I get there, I want to ask you to like and to subscribe to this channel. We are trusting to get to 1,000 subscribers. Your subscription will help. And I also want to ask you to send this video out to others. And then also remember my book, The Art of a Mental Breakthrough, is available on Amazon, and you can go check the book out. Intuition. When it's your intuition, it's more calm and content. Even if it's warning you about something, it's not this anxious, overbearing warning. It's more like a calm and content kind of warning, in the sense of like, I'm calm and content not to do it because I feel kind of like that uneasiness. it's a sense of trust that everything will work out. So even if everything is not happening the way you thought it should, or the way you thought it would, it kind of like trusts that everything will work out for the better and everything will still work out for the good. The intuition sees more clearly because it's not influenced by all of this unhealed trauma and unhealed anxiety. Now, all of us have trauma and anxiety in our lives because all of us go through things, but the goal is to heal it. If you heal it, the intuition sees more clearly. It responds rather than reacts. So it doesn't react out of emotional triggers, but it responds out of a rational way. And it focuses on the big picture, where anxiety is like fixated on the small things the whole time. Even if small things happen that you didn't expect, that's maybe not that nice, that maybe puts you back a little bit, that actually will make a lot of people anxious. The intuition will say, listen, everything will work out for the good. This is working for me, not against me. I'm focusing on the big picture. So with anxiety, the brain is very chatty and the brain is very scared. So there's a lot of overthinking, a lot of rumination, a lot of fear. With intuition, it just believes everything will happen for a reason, everything will turn out for good. And it's kind of like guiding you in the right one. I want to finish with this quote from LeBron James, and it's actually LeBron James quoting Warren Buffett. And this is what he said. He said, Warren Buffett told me once and said, always follow your gut. When you have the gut feeling, you have to go with it and don't go back on it. And I do believe here he's speaking about the healthy and the pure and the healed gut feeling that's not influenced by a bunch of trauma and a bunch of anxiety. Well, I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching. Leave us a comment, and we are excited to see you soon again. Goodbye.